Give me space, give me time, give me strength. I need it now. Give me space. I know, of course, that I was wrong. I see it now. Give me time to realize, to change somehow. Give me space, give me a chance. I know it's hard, but I need it now. Give me time to realize, to change somehow. Give me space, give me a chance. I know it's hard, but I need it now.
What's going on, guys? Crypto Mike here with the mic check. 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Yeah, that was Abe Merrick. He's one of the artists on the meme platform, and that video is definitely something I've been watching. And it got stuck in my head. But he's definitely a very prolific visual effects artist, and really good at what he does. But yeah, this is something in the video. He dropped 10 Easter eggs, and it was a little contest, and he had a 1 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. Let's see if I can find it. 10 out of 10 NFT he dropped. And the first 10 people who found them got the 10 out of 10 NFT. So right here, and I was one of them. And honestly, I watched it over and over, and it was really fun. It was a lot of fun. That's something I like to do. I like to look for clues. So if you didn't notice, you probably didn't. There was a lot of meme references in there. Don't buy, don't buy meme. 355.55. That's the number of memes that were airdropped to the original people in the Telegram when it, because if you didn't know that it was a joke, just like Doge. Started out as a joke, and then they ran with it, and they made something beautiful out of it. And I have a feeling there's a lot more to come. And here's another one of Americ's drops. He did a whole collection called Star Meme, and it was a Tesla Roadster, and it was really amazing and really cool. So there's another one, and then this is one of his latest drops. He took Doom and then he replaced it with meme, and that was pretty funny, but really cool. I have one of those NFTs. And then he had a pineapple right here that just suddenly appeared in this one scene. And then right here's another reference. Form 2 is actually something that in meme lore or meme history, it was very big point of conversation early on. So within the Citadel, which is, I think you have to hold over 100 pineapples or 100 meme, which would be, over $140,000 worth right now at the moment, which is pretty cheap, to be honest. But anyways, so that's Form 2. That's another reference. And then we saw this one was hard to catch. This was the hardest one. Don't buy meme on the keyboard. And then you had the meme juice inside the DeLorean. I thought it was a wonderful video. It was just so cool. And the more I watch it, I'm like, wow. I mean, this is us, like we're exploring a new territory. This is uncharted, we're discovering. And here's another reference to Form 2 on the Discovery. So, and then there's a little Doge, the Shiba, but it's in pineapple head form. And so anyways, I thought that was really fun, and I'm really glad I won. That was so cool. So anyways, that was pretty fun. It was a good song too. It gets stuck in your head. Anyways, guys, how you guys doing? Top of the morning to you. Rod, how you doing, bro? What's up, Mariam? How you doing? Christopher C, how's it going? Sean Mason, Rudolph. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. It's just something that I'm glad that some of you guys latched on a little, and because it's so fun. It's not even just the gains. The gains are amazing. They're gonna be even better. But it's not even just the gains. It's the farming and the collecting and you're trying to get ahead of the others, trying to and then it's the timing, and then it's the art, and it's all these new artists, and then they drop a second drop, and there's unfarmed pineapples, or there's unused pineapples you can use, and there's just so much to it that unless you're in the system, unless you're in the ecosystem, you just don't understand it unless you get involved. And so everyone who's gotten involved, and I'm not trying to this isn't a promo for meme or anything, but I wanted to play that video. I got this. I won this. The Seeker. And you guys, if you've been around long enough on my channel, you know that I'm a seeker. I've always been looking for clues, right? And that's something I used to do with Bearable Guy all the time. So this was like all that packed into one contest, and I won it, and it was just like because I've been in the ecosystem, and so anyways, guys, how you doing? I mean, freaking A. What have we gone through the last month? It's been rough, but hey, that's crypto for you, right? Now, the title, I was going to say it's not too late, but I just wanted to say there is a huge run up ahead because inflation ain't going to get better. Probably not for another year, or they're not going to, change interest rates. The Fed's just going to keep printing money. And the only reason we call it money is because everyone seems to believe it's money. The second that people start to have doubts about it, which is happening, and the majority just stops using it, it's going to be toilet paper, not money. You know, it'll be a napkin to wipe your face with. You got ketchup on your face, you'll use a $10 bill, you know, because it'll just be lying around, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're buying up, they're printing all this money, and anyone who gets it, because not a lot of average citizens are getting this money from the Fed, of course. That's just not how it works, because the Federal Reserve is, you know, the buyer and lender of last resort, as Gregory Mannarino would state. And yeah, so they're just printing all sorts of money, and they're buying real assets. They're buying stuff with it. It's crazy. How could they do this? Well, we've let them. As people, as citizens, we've given up all our power to these bankers. And now the good thing is that since we are smart, or since we were at the right place at the right time, or a combination of all that, we're able to ride this train. We're able to ride the gravy train. We're able to play their game. And that's why I keep going, and that's why I keep putting videos out, because I want to get awareness out. That's all. I'm not doing it for my own self. I'm really not. You know, because honestly, most of the time I'm like, I don't really want to live stream. I don't want to do this too much. You know, you don't see me doing videos very much, but because right now I'm just not at a stage where I want to do this too much, but I want to put awareness out, because there's so many people missing out, and it's really sad. There's so many people missing out, and all they have to do is take that little extra step. I mean, really, all they got to do is buy a little crypto, and they'll see what all the excitement's about. Because it might dip, but then just wait a couple years, you know, and you'll see what's up. But then, while in the meantime, while you're waiting, or after you buy your crypto, whatever, that's usually what happens. People learn about it. They start learning about blockchain technology, and that's really the underlying technology. That's the exciting part. Cryptocurrency is exciting. We're getting gains. It's very volatile because it's very early. The reason we're getting gains is because it's like the early internet. This is the Web 3. All right. It's very exciting because there's so many aspects of it that are exciting. That's the reason I can't stop talking about it. And people say, "Shut up, Mike! Stop talking about that stuff, man. Is that all you think about?" Well, I don't put it into like the best words all the time, but I'm excited about the future of technology, of what's happening. Transparency is the future. I mean, I hope I mean, everyone is on their own journey. We're all, we were all raised differently. We've all had different experiences. So we kind of all think a little different. Every single person, everyone's unique. Okay. So everyone's on a different level in some way or form. But right now it's just it's crazy. I mean, it's just the blockchain technology is gonna be used for everything. It's honestly, I'm more excited about that than AI or anything like, Internet of Things. Blockchain's gonna be utilized even more than all that stuff, I think, and I'm excited, because we're having so many issues right now as humanity especially in the United States, but all over the world. All right, there's war, and people just don't understand each other, and there's this side or that side, and there's a lot of bickering and a lot of fake news, and there's a lot of manipulation, and we have a chance right now to shape the world. This is humanity's chance to shape the world, right? The world we live in for the rest of our lives, basically. Right now is a huge transition point, and we are in charge, and we have to realize that. We're the ones in charge now. We are the new elite, okay? And it's funny to say that right now. It's funny to even hear that come out of my mouth. but we are. Okay, the early ones in crypto are the new elite. If you know what's going on, if you understand it, if you need to look forward, you need to look ahead too. But we're going to be making decisions, mostly behind the scenes, with voting rights and stuff like that. But it's all has to do with governance and blockchain and stuff like that. But we make decisions along the way as a group, But we're such a minority right now that we are the new elite. you know It's just crazy to think that, but that's true. Now the elite right now, that the old people that are dying, they're gonna be gone within 10 years because they're just old. But they've had this grip on us for so long, as humanity, civilization. Like, they're losing control because of what they created. And I believe they did create this. They wanted to create this cryptocurrency thing so they could have this wealth transfer, but I don't really think they knew what was actually gonna happen. I don't think they knew so many enlightened spirits and souls were gonna latch on and realize what was happening and ride the wave with them. And now that that's happening, we have much more say in what happens in the world. Even though they're trying to shut a lot of people down, the more they do that, the more people are waking up. There's just no stopping it now, because they've basically exposed, what it's all about, what they're doing. Facebook with the Twitter, this stuff, really, them shutting people down who speak their opinions, I don't see it lasting. This is a stage, this is just a stage to wake people up, from the divine source, Now, they really do want to shut us down. They really do think they're in charge, and still, no, they don't see it. They don't see it coming from behind. Like, we are in charge, guys. You need to get that in your mind and keep it in your mind and grow it in your mind, okay? You have a much more power than you think, right? Now, if you just dollar cost average a little bit of that hard-earned money, it'll be such a smart thing to do. Not doing it is actually a stupid thing to do. I know it's very tough to do. I don't want to do certain things either. I don't want to do this or that. My friends are like, Mike, do this and then stake it and do, like, within the crypto sphere. And I'm like, and then I put it off for like a whole year. And then they come back and they're like, Mike, like, dude, and then they're like, I got this airdrop and I've earned twice as much by staking and doing this certain thing and whatever. And I'm like, damn, all I had to do was take half an hour and do that. Or maybe an hour, I don't know. All I had to do was sit down, because I have a lot of time. A lot of people do have time. Now, if you don't have a lot of free time, I understand. That's even better, though, because then you don't have to think about it. You just allocate a very small portion of your paycheck if you're busy working all the time or whatever, or even if you are on unemployment. That's even better. You have so much money coming in. That's just free. You have all this free time. You could study up on this stuff. You can make it a full-time job studying this stuff, because guess what? When crypto go up, it's exciting. Okay? It's fun. All right? And it makes you want to study it some more. It's just it just keeps compounding. So anyways, I'll go ahead, turn this on. Glad to see you guys here. Thanks for being here, guys. Take a sip. I got a new mug. Hope you get it. Pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna unplug that. Okay. So now that's something I've been realizing, though. We think everything's planned out. It is, but it's not. It's not gonna happen like everyone thinks. Okay. Now, you guys, there is a new elite. I hope you understand that. Yes, there's still corrupt. A lot of these rich people who are going to be entering into politics and all that, being in charge, I wouldn't say corrupt, but they still have this control, and because money does really kind of mess you up. When the more you have, the more it changes people, right? Yeah, so this is going to happen. New politics. We're going to use blockchain for that. But really, things are going to change because we can't keep going on like this. And too many people are waking up. Probably by summer, people will revolt against the mainstream media. I've been saying this for a long time. I hope you guys have listened. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've been saying mainstream media is going away. Hollywood, going away. You saw the Oscars, or maybe you didn't. I didn't even know they happened till the next day, and I saw a report saying this was the lowest attendance Oscars ever, or like lowest viewed Oscars ever, or something like that. I'm like, well, yeah, because no one gives a fuck about Hollywood stars anymore, right? Especially the ones who are exposing themselves. You see what's happening. It's a double-edged sword for these people. There's nothing they can do now. Now, they're going to try. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough fight. Guess what? Give it 5 years. We're going to be just, well, we're going to change the world. So, yeah, and people just don't understand. Most people don't get it. And that's fine, though. I hope they wake up. I hope people wake up. And I still don't get it. I'm still sleepy. We're all waking up. Let me go up in the chat. I saw someone said, so true, my wife was laid off last year. I took 20% a week of her check, put it into crypto, and it's almost six figures a year later. There you go. 20%, that's nothing. That's a fifth of a check. You can live off 4/5 of a unemployment check. Because they are actually, the unemployment checks were like twice as big. I was getting twice, maybe even more, like 2.5 times as much money on unemployment as I was working my restaurant job. So when they laid me off, I got unemployment. I got paid a lot. I got paid a lot more. So what I do, I put it in crypto like I always did. Even when I got paid a little at the restaurant job, which they even paid me, they gave me a good wage too. It was a good wage compared to normal people, normal wages, normal minimum wage. It was much higher. And I was still getting small checks. You know what I mean? Because everything's so damn expensive, especially here in California, right? Jeez. So what I do, I put it in crypto. I used to collect things that really didn't matter too much. And then, because I'm not really, yeah, and then I learned about crypto. Now also too, I've been buying a little bit of. I dipped my toes back into the stock market, and I'm already up. It's great. Now I see why people are like, people used to tell me, I don't know about crypto, but the stock market, these stocks, like, all right. So I bought a little bit of AMC. Because I feel like that might be the next GameStop. We'll see. So anyways, I have a lot to cover today, a lot going on. Oh, this is my little crypto baby punk. I have 3 of them. I adopted 3 of them. It's a cool concept. If you heard of crypto punks, you know that they don't go for less than like $45,000 a piece. And I think there's only 1,000 of them. And now they have crypto baby punks, basically, which there's only 999 of them. They're already minted, and they basically come from 2 different crypto punks into one. It's really cool concept. It's very early, and just like with crypto punks, they were selling for like 0.01 Ethereum to begin with. Now they're like tens of Ethereums for one of them, So you don't start off selling your NFTs for like all this money. You can't value yourself highly like from the get-go if you're creating just crap. It has to have community effect. it has to have a long-standing effect. Like Beeple, he didn't really sell his stuff. He didn't make a lot of money, but he did it for 13 years. He did his everyday art. And then now this NFT thing comes around, and it shows just keep working hard. Something is going to come your way. It's like you put out a lot of energy. This energy comes back to you some way, somehow. It's currency. That's what currency is. So what's my energy worth? That's why I do YouTube videos. My energy is worth whatever to you guys. And I get back, the universe gives me blessings left and right. I don't even look at it that way. I feel like it's all equal, but I always put out positive energy. If I say things with negative karma, I always feel bad about it. I always try to fix it, some way, somehow. And, it doesn't happen often, but so it's just, that's what you do. You just don't, and a lot of us are really good at that. We're good at that, guys. Anyways, follow me on Twitter. Links in the description. I'm going to change this pretty soon, but I'm just joining the community. Everyone's hyped up about this crypto baby punks right now. So this is something I made this morning. The woke people are starting to look at crypto and be like, dude, actually, okay, this thing definitely, we're going into a digital economy. We're going into a digital world. Why wouldn't crypto be used? And especially since it's transparent and it's immutable. It's on the blockchain forever. And it's very new. It's very nascent. So there's a lot of scammers out there. Apparently, by the way, someone said that someone's using my channel or something. If anyone's heard or seen anything like this, guys, let me know. Someone said there's a YouTube channel called Ripple XRP Foundation trying to scam XRP holders. They're showing a live stream with the 4-month-old interview with Brad Garlinghouse on repeat, the one with Mike Checks. So I guess the one I put out. Anyways, if they're using mine, it's not me. Whatever's happening, you guys, I don't do that stuff. I'm not gonna ask for money. I don't know what WhatsApp is. I don't use WhatsApp. It's WhatsApp. What's WhatsApp? What's WhatsApp? I don't even know what it is. To me, it's like TikTok. What the hell is it? I don't care about it because maybe if I download it and invest a little time into it, I'll know what it is. There's a lot of scammers out there. Okay, that will cause some kind of regulations coming, and we'll see how that goes. But there are an amazing amount of scammers, and it's sickening to see. But that's the world for you. It's the Wild West here in crypto land. Last night was a super pink full moon. Pretty cool. I just found this on the internet. I don't know if that's the real color. They might have changed it a little, but it was really cloudy and it was kind of rainy over here, so I wasn't able to see it. I was really wanting to see it. I walked the dogs and everything. Anyways, scam comments on your comment. Dude, it's so annoying, bro, because I get notifications of all my comments on YouTube, and not Twitter though. And then most of them are scammers, and it's so weird nowadays because someone has my name, my profile pic, and they're saying, yeah, cool, blah blah blah, like they're answering a comment, and then they put WhatsApp, check out WhatsApp, blah blah blah, I'll give you money or whatever the hell they're saying. I don't even know. But I delete them as much as I can. It must suck for the bigger YouTubers. Like, if they I don't know what they're doing. But I hope people are aware. They're really just trying to get new people, or probably people who don't have enough time to invest in researching this kind of stuff. There's just people who don't understand technology or stuff like that, So, anyways, let's go. What's up, JQ? What's up, Ralph? I see it a lot on most crypto YouTubers. It drives me nuts, but it is what it is, you know. So I just tell you guys, don't fall for that kind of stuff. That honestly, if you're smart enough, like you wouldn't fall for it anyways. Really, you don't send your crypto to people. Like honestly, why would you? Don't send crypto to people in general. Like especially people that you don't know. You gotta be really careful, okay? You gotta be really smart about this kind of stuff. This started after the channel was canceled. Oh yeah. Anyways. Yeah, they took away my super chat feature too. So they are trying to crack down on me. So it is what it is. It's only a $300 booster now, not $600. Oh, really? Well, yeah, they started off nicely. Honestly, guys, you know, it's like it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. People are out of jobs. They're not getting any money, and you know, it sucks. It's gonna suck. It's not going to get any better, you know? So my advice is, like, it's not too late. Crypto's the best way because it's a new paradigm. Crypto's gonna save you. That's my ultimate message. It will save you. It's not fun and games and blah, blah. It's gonna save your fucking ass. Once you don't have any money, you're not gonna have any money coming in anymore. Or you're gonna have money coming in, but you can't buy barely anything with that money because all the prices are going to go up. So why not get into an investment, a crypto investment that goes up along with the prices? Duh. Duh. If you look at the Bitcoin graph over 11 years, it goes up, not anywhere. It goes down sometimes. Yeah, it's volatile. Guess what? That's what the bankers want you to think. They want to keep most people out of it because their ultimate goal is to be the ones at the top and have control over 99% of the people at the bottom. They want to be at the upper class, and they don't want a middle class anymore, guys. They want globalization. They want a lower class and a very small upper class that controls the whole world. That's how it is already. But it's going to get even worse unless we beat them at their own tactics. And that's kind of what's happening right now. It is a silent war, you know, and it is. It's a you know, it's something that's going on spiritually, basically. It's a spiritual type of war, really. So we are in the age of Aquarius. So anyways, let's take a look at this. Something that hasn't seen an all-time high. You guys are leaving good comments. Sometimes it's just dead, and I'm like, I can't go off comments. But you guys are really, because I'm probably, you know, putting out good energy right now. So, hey, Guac Girl, what's going on? Yeah, stonks. AMC, that's the one I'm looking at. Because I only had one GameStop stock, and I got it for free on Robinhood. And, you know, it was like $5 for a year and a half. Just sat there. I didn't even think about it. And then all of a sudden, I looked and it was like $300. So I sold it right away, of course, because you know, something goes up that much, 100x or 75x or whatever. It's not gonna stay up, guys. That's just how it goes. People really get all riled up. Diamond hands. We're gonna hold on till 1,000. It's gonna go up forever if you just don't sell. Or you really think that's gonna work? That's not how free markets work. That was a free market move right there because there was squeezers, short squeeze. Excuse me. Short squeeze, and the people actually moved it to where it was a free market for an instant, right? until people who have been holding on a lot, they sold. That's just how it goes, guys. That's how a market moves. People decide on a value of something, and it really depends on the people, the masses' opinions. That's why we are going to change. The politics are going to change. It's going to be more involving of everyone, not splitting us up. Like, that's exactly what they want. They want us to hate each other. They want us to riot in the streets. They love it. They don't care if the streets burn. This happens all the time and throughout history. They don't live there, these people. We don't know where they live. The people who own the news press, like all these, they own the politicians too. All they have to do is threaten to take away the funding for this or that, and that'll destroy the politician's future or whatever. That's just how politics work. Politics are going to change. Everything's going to change. And it'll take a little time, but it's actually going to come quicker than most people think, I think. You can get free Weezer NFTs? Woo, dude. Thank you. You just made this live stream twice as valuable. I'm definitely going to go. We'll check that out on the live stream, bro. Weezer NFTs at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 10. That's 10 o'clock. That's in about an hour. Okay. Free. Alright. So, that's cool, man. We'll check that out. It's on the Weezer DApp. I love Weezer. Hip, hip. I like their Blue album. That was just such a good album. Yeah, hold till December. Yeah, January. So, and something else too is that we're in such a brand new ground, like earth-shattering paradigm. The bull market might not really end like we think it's going to end. We might break the S curve because this market cap is so small. And people will start to see true value in these currencies, the utility in these currencies, and they'll come from the stock market, a lot of the overvalued stocks, and there's a ton of money in those stocks, ton of money. And one good thing too is that we did get liquidated. A lot of the leveraged traders got liquidated throughout the last few weeks, and so there's not a lot of leverage trading happening right now. The move that we saw yesterday or 2 days ago from Bitcoin and all the cryptos was mostly spot buyers. Okay, not a lot of leverage. So that's a very good thing because it's going to be much harder to shake them out. That's what I think that whole downtrend was, because it was huge. We can go look real quick. It was huge. And it was to shake out leveraged traders, because leverage, trading with leverage is not a good thing. Ooh, it's going up. All right, it's going up. Cool. Isn't that beautiful, guys? But we really did think it could come down to like 40 around here. A lot of people thought that, including myself. I was starting to think we might even come down to like 40,000. But like really low 40s like that. That's what I was thinking. At the end of this, because the pattern doesn't lie. It could have came down all the way to about 41,000. It looked like it was going to. When you draw the end of the triangle here, the end of the triangle was right there. So most people did. And it wasn't just because of that, but there was a lot of other factors. It would have came down at the lowest point probably to like 41,500, and then a lot of people too also thought to like down here 35, something like that, which is just someday maybe, but not yet. It's not time yet. This is a bull run. And it's the difference between this bull run and the last one. Did you hear? If you after last bull run, you really didn't hear about it much until after it was over, right? I mean, for most people, I didn't hear about it till right after it ended, right after Bitcoin went into 20,000. I heard about it like a month later, and it was like in an Uber, and I was like, "Well, it looks like it's now." So the difference between this one and the last one is that now we have a reason to be in it. Now we have not even just utility in the future. We have a reason. We have the dollar inflating like crazy, and this is a currency. These are smart contracts. This is programmable money that more and more people are waking up to. They're tinkering with it, especially the techies. The techies love it. Anyone with a technical mind are absolutely in love with like blockchain, distributed ledger technology, blockchain. There's all sorts of stuff, and I love the Ethereum type of smart contracts and what you can do with this programmable type of money. It's so cool. And I do believe the gas prices are high because anyone who dares use Ethereum and go through all this high gas price shit, they'll be rewarded in the future, handsomely for being risky, Now there's also all sorts of other smart contracts coming up, but Ethereum is like king of smart contracts. Now Cardano is huge. I love Cardano, and it's going to continue to go much higher this year, especially as the smart contracts are introduced, and people start building on them, and they start to grow an ecosystem of different projects that start developing on the Cardano blockchain. Like that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be like finally, so anyone who was accumulating like last year or the year before, it was so cheap back then, so it's doing well. A lot of people, made a lot of money on Cardano, and so that's a good one. And there's also Polkadot. That's still very nascent, so it's probably decent time. Now, this is going to be a tough resistance to crack, so it could just grind along, kind of like what happened over here. It kind of just ground, and I guess it tried to break this one, and it finally did. It didn't take too long, but this one, there's a lot of resistance right overhead, and it might not actually even break it, to be honest. For a while, it might just go sideways for like a long time, or it could go up to middle May and then break down again, and that would be when it could come down to like 30K or 33K. I could see that, and then that would freak everyone out like crazy. That would be even worse than what just happened. Like all this, it would freak everyone out, and then shake a lot of people out, and then it would resume, right? So that's just how crypto is, It's very volatile because it's a very low market cap, and it's very very nascent. But you see the RSI is just very low. We have much higher to go, and that tells me we could break all-time highs pretty soon. Who knows? Because there's a lot of strength that can come in. It hasn't been this low since like last September when it dropped, and then it just slowly went up from there. So it could go sideways, but this is the bull market. People know this is the bull market. And so more and more money is going to come in from outside. Now, what they do with Bitcoin, which you saw like the last 5 months or so, was just tout it like it's the best thing in the world. Okay, because a lot of people are buying Bitcoin. There's a lot of new money coming in, and that's what these people need. They need new money coming in, right? So they can sell their Bitcoin into USDT or whatever, wait for the next big crash, and then buy all their alts that they truly believe in. Because all these Bitcoin fanatics, by now, they really, I don't see how they could only believe in Bitcoin. It has a high network effect. I know that. It's very decentralized. I know that. But the utility is not high. You can't, you can make. We'll see who the true winners are, because those are the ones that are going to have a high value and high liquidity. And liquidity is huge too. So Bitcoin is very liquid, right? You see those small caps. You try to buy a small cap, the spread is huge. You can barely even get any. If you're lucky, if you can get some. So you put a limit order. Like if you market buy, you're gonna lose a lot of money usually. If it's a low liquid exchange, or a low market cap token. But with Bitcoin, in and out, you can either market buy or market sell easily, and you'll get exactly what you wanted, what price you bought it at. So sell in May and go away. That's usually something that we see happen, and then we come back a few months later, and we'll buy a little dollar cost average, throughout the summer. But it's tough to say this year what's going to happen, because there's so much mainstream attention now coming up into cryptocurrency. So it's tough to say. What's up, Itoji? Hey, God bless you too, dude. L4L Silver, running the tractor on hemp farm, listening to my boy. Right on. That must be interesting, having a hemp farm. If you wouldn't mind telling me, what state do you live in? Curious. All right, so lots going on. Elon Musk, he sold Bitcoin. Oh no, everyone's freaking out. He's going to be on SNL on May 8th. That's another one that's dying. SNL's dying. Give it a few years. They're going to cancel that show. It's really, everything's changing. Everything's going to change. We're like, all the things that people look back on and with memories, they're all going to fade away, The things in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, a lot of those things, this new generation of kids, like, they don't care about, they don't really, there would be a few outsiders who are going to be really cool, actually cool people, who will be like greasers, like who knows what they'll be like, surf dudes, or like the Beach Boys, or I don't know, but it's not going to be normal. SNL is just, they've all exposed themselves too much, and I guess they don't know, but they're dying, and they know it. They know they're dying. They just don't know when, so they're just playing along with the narrative, the agenda, until things change. Then they'll probably try to switch it up, and they'll probably fail, or they might, who knows. That's why mainstream sports, it's going to stay around, but it's not going to be the same. Everything changed with coronavirus, guys. Everything changed, and I hate to say that, but it's exciting at the same time. But things will, we'll still have we'll have retrospect. We'll have a lot of things that commemorate all that stuff, like NFTs. They're coming out with sports moments in NFTs, so they're bringing in people, old sports fans, all this stuff. They're gonna with Doge. With Doge, they're just bringing in a lot of the kids. It's more of a young people thing, young money that's coming in, and they want this young money coming in. They need these young people coming in now for the future, okay? Because these Doge people, it doesn't matter, they'll get wrecked or whatever, it'll be temporary, but they'll learn about cryptocurrency in the process. And in the future, 5 years from now, these people will be experts, and they'll be the ones who pioneer whatever comes next. Doge is going to fade. It's going to be a stupid thing that happened. Or maybe not. Maybe people will use it as payment in the future. That's fine. It'll be just payment. I don't think you can do anything with Doge besides pay. So, it doesn't make sense. But if enough people, enough of the, it's mostly like TikTokers, if enough people hold their Doge over the years, they'll pay with it in the future. Who knows? Yeah. So Elon Musk, I'm gonna go over that. Mark Cuban's gonna go on Ellen pretty soon, and he already announced he's gonna promote Doge. So that'll be interesting. He's been one of the ones who's promoting Doge, and says he wants the kids to buy it. He wants the kids to get in on this, and understand like the fun part of cryptocurrency. They want this thing to be fun, and you realize like this comes in stages. DeFi came first, and that was more serious, because adults and people who had to actually work to understand this, and they had to study it to try to learn it, all this yield farming stuff, and they're getting rewarded at this time, if they've been yield farming for a while. Then NFTs. Now that's a whole different thing. That's a whole new thing. It's DeFi. It is DeFi, which the world is going into. It's all DeFi. Everything's going to be decentralized finance. And NFTs are going to be used for everything. Like patents, IBM announced they're going to use, and they're going to make all their patents NFTs. So, everything's going to be blockchain. And now it's like Doge, memes, meme coins and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons I'm in meme token. Because guess what they're going to use it for? Everyone has meme in their mind, right? Guess what? A year from now, what's everyone going to flock to after they see how... And anyways, now the only reason people aren't buying it is because it's very expensive. It's $1,400. But there's only 28,000 tokens, and they're all out in circulation already. So, and so many people don't understand that it doesn't matter what the price is of the token. That doesn't make any difference. But people want to have 1 million of something. Well, and the funny thing is the effect works, because the crowds do come and flock in. If they can get 1 million of something, they feel like a millionaire, basically, and they can tell themselves that, and then more and more people tell each other that, and it's an effect until it just fades away because something new comes in. That's just what happens. It's a new hype cycle. Cool, Itoshi. Right on, man. It is. I think that's just my opinion. It's very hush-hush right now, but there's a lot of big investors in it, a lot of big artists who are actually engaging in it. And anyone who holds the meme NFTs, I think those are going to be huge. So it's cool because you can collect NFTs. They're already valuable, but they're going to be even more valuable as these artists grow in the space and they gain more of a name for themselves, right? And so it is all about hype right now. Everything's all about hype, to be honest. But they're really hyping things. This is the bull market. So this is how I'm like learning what the bull market's all about. It's about hype. It's a hype cycle. The hype all dies down. It'll probably die down in a year or so. But I don't think it's not going to stay down as long as it did before. We're going to have something different. A new S-curve, some new curve, something. I don't see it because we're already about to break the S-curve. Now staking NFTs and staking NFTs is a 2.0 game, yeah. Now that's even more advanced. Like I haven't even staked any of my NFTs before, but there is a way you can tokenize them, and that's Muse. That's something I've been buying. That's another token, NFT 20. It's very low cap, and It's an interesting platform. So Hype Moon. Yeah, and Safe Moon came right after Dogecoin, and it's got a quadrillion circulating supply or something like that. It's got a quadrillion tokens. They created it with the quadrillion tokens. The creators of that got stinking rich. I can guarantee you. Well, if you guys are in it, that's great. I hope you make money. Hope you make money. But yeah, the hype cycle will probably work for that one too. It'll probably get hyped up. I just can't follow the hype as much because it's hard to follow. Because Doge, I think is still going to go to $1. It might even go to like $10. Who knows? Because of the hype and the amount of people coming in all at once, especially if the dollar takes a dive. Let's take a look at the Dixie, guys. This is the dollar index. This is the U.S.D. This is our dollar. And we can take a look at the daily. Take a look at the 5-year chart. It's been going down since the beginning of 2020. Just down, down, down. And it's at a critical support right now. But what if it breaks this? The RSI is right in the middle. It could still break it. Come down here. Bounce. It could go even lower, guys. And what happens after that? It goes lower. What if it drops like 30%, guys? What do you think crypto's going to do then? And what do you think the timing would be? Like sometime, maybe it'll start pretty soon, but then maybe it'll really start dropping towards the end of the year when the bull market's in full swing. Where's all the dollars going to go to? Probably gold, silver, real estate, and crypto, stuff like that. And stonks. Safe Moon's dead. I saw it. Didn't it tank like 60% the other day? Is anything with that many tokens? Like 100 billion is my limit, pretty much, for the most part. Unless it's a really good project, 100 billion is a lot. That's like XRP's amount, and that's amps amount, but when we're talking about big, when we're talking about like something for the whole population of the world, I get it, but anything that has a quadrillion tokens seems like it's only designed to attract young investors who don't really understand. They just want 1 million of something for cheap, for like $100. I don't know how much it costs to have 1 million Safe Moon. But I'm not going to get into something that cheap and that volatile. Just like Doge. I would have made a lot of money on Doge if I held it. But at the same time, that thing could just... I don't know. It's like they're hyping it for... And you can see, like, Elon Musk, all he has to do is tweet a stupid meme tweet about it, and the price goes up. What does that tell you? There's no fundamentals behind that. There's no fundamentals besides it's going to go to $1. Okay, yeah, maybe it will. But then it might, who knows? It might go to $1, but all it is to the world is a cash grab. And that's fine. But the ones who are patient and they're in the real projects, those are the ones that are going to last, and you can feel more secure with those. A lot more secure. You know what I mean? The ones that are going to be utilized. Like, as far as I know, Doge has not announced any crazy plans to change the world yet. I don't know. Who knows? What's up, GDLC? What's going on, John? What's up, Barney? So, wow, $50? Okay, so meme is your farming. So you stake your meme tokens. You farm pineapple points, they call them, and so like, and then you gain enough pineapple points you can buy an NFT with those pineapple points, which you got for free. All you had to do was stake your meme. Now, the cost of that to stake meme is the gas fee. So you have to take that hit. And that's where a lot of people are they don't get it. Taking that hit now is going to pay off handsomely in the future. The Ethereum ecosystem is like elite people, guys. If you get involved in the Ethereum ecosystem and in good projects, you'll start to understand. It's established, okay? And DeFi, most of DeFi is on Ethereum. A lot of them have gone over to BSC, and that's fine. But BSC is good, but Ethereum 2.0 is coming, and once that comes, things will get a lot better, and they'll have a lot of development and stuff like that. So, I don't see Ethereum going anywhere. And they have the incentive of buying 32 Ethereum. Why does it keep making my face red? It's fun. They have the incentive of, okay, you have to stake 32 for an ETH node, right? Okay. Cool. That Doom NFT is so nice. I've got one. I'm gonna get a few more of those before they run out. That's a cheap one too. They're never that cheap. Itoshi, never that cheap, bro. ETH doesn't have an infinite supply. They're gonna actually start burning ETH on every transaction pretty soon. Starting like in a few months, I think. So that'll be huge for ETH. That's why getting in low now, is what you talking about, Jamal? SafeMoon is DeFi. I haven't looked at SafeMoon, so I really haven't. When I looked at it in a stream, and the first thing I saw was like 1,000 billion supply, which it came out to like a quadrillion. Dude, obviously that's just. You guys trust me. I don't SafeMoon. I don't see it going anywhere, but we'll see. Who knows? I mean, I hope these kind of projects. Yeah, if it's a real project, I hope it lasts. But if it's not, I hope they don't last, and I hope they don't. But I hope they don't wreck too many people. But if you're putting all your life savings in something like that, then you're not going to be able to handle getting rich, anyways. So it doesn't matter, If you don't know how to manage your money, you won't ever be able to handle being rich. So you have to be very specific, very careful with selective on how if you're going to be in SafeMoon, buy $1 million for $50, buy 10 million for $500. That's fine, but don't put a lot more than that in to something like SafeMoon, which obviously is just following Doge, which is a joke, and it's a self-admitted joke. The world is a joke right now. Now that's the joke. The joke is, the more you joke around, the more you laugh at life, the richer you get. It's all a meme. The life is a freaking meme right now. Everything is meme. Meme. And it's a joke. It's a running joke it's turning into a joke, but it's going to get serious pretty soon. And that's the thing people don't understand. It's gonna get pretty bad for people, and all around the world. I mean, people think it's bad now. No, this is nothing, like nothing. And that's the message I'm trying to put out. You haven't seen anything yet. You think the coronavirus was bad, and just wait till money starts becoming a problem, like a big problem. You might think it's a problem now. Wait till it becomes a huge problem in your life to where you barely can buy anything. You are starting to go hungry. You can't, it's just, you're struggling to pay rent. Do you know how stressful that is? Do you know what that does to your emotions when you can't pay rent every month, and every month it gets even worse? And they're going to start foreclosing on people. It's going to get really weird. and really sad and really crazy. People are going to get very angry. Protests, we haven't seen anything yet, guys. We have not seen anything. And I would suggest don't go to protests. Do not do it. You might feel angry. You might want to get out there and change the world like that. That's not the way to do it. Because, it's getting dangerous. It's getting dangerous. The police force is gearing up. They're getting ready for a lot of crazy shit. They're not going to be able to respond to you. They'll be at protest lobbing grenades at people and stuff. I don't know, but it'll get pretty ridiculous because they're going to eventually declare martial law or something, like who knows. Anyways, that's what the elite want, though. Not the new elite, maybe the new elite, I don't know, but they need all this crazy shit to happen in order for us to want change, or true change. They need us to see that we can't change it's going to take a lot, guys, for us all to start getting along, and it's going to be hell for the next 3 years or so. But there's a way out. There's a way to save your fucking ass. Excuse my language. It's just that I'm passionate about this. I think people need to freaking start paying attention if they're not already. Money is going to be a problem. And it's funny, like a few years ago I would say, dude, crypto's it's gonna rise, everything, I would talk about crypto all the time, and people are like, yeah, but money's not everything. Dude, of course it's not everything. You think I care about money? I've never had money. I don't care about money. But if it's what's gonna save my ass, yeah, I care about it. Hell yeah. This is the new future of money. And if you can't see that by now, you need to look harder. You need to start thinking about that. All right. So anyone listening here, if you're not eating crypto yet, you need to. I'm not telling you to buy it, but you need to look into it. Okay, because it's not going away. It's not going away. It's not about money. It's about staying afloat through the flood, right? You're building yourself an ark, okay? It was depicted in the Bible. It doesn't happen overnight, but you build an ark over time because you know what's coming. Because you're smart enough, or you're whatever enough to know, right? And it keeps you afloat when the flood comes. And the flood hasn't even begun. GDLT, that's funny. People are waking up, though. And, yeah. I don't want to go too much into that stuff. So, let's see. Police forces, yeah, police are like militarizing themselves now. I feel like the good cops, because there are, there's good cops. I feel like they're worried about what's taking place within the police force, because the police are starting to see the people as a big problem, and generalizing them, and saying that they're a problem. Like, this is going to be a problem, so they're gearing up emotionally. If I was a good cop, I would leave the force. I would have to. This would not be something I could deal with, being in the midst of. But I can't really say much. It's just things I hear. They're going to be bankrupt too. The police, a lot of these corporations and a lot of these institutions and these forces they're all going to be bankrupt before you know it. And they won't be able to like respond to you as much. U.S. dollar collapse probably in September. Could be. Could be. I mean, I'm hearing it could be even sooner, but then I have been hearing that for a while, so you never know. But it is coming down. This is the Dixie, the all-time chart. Let's take a look at that. It's basically at a pretty critical level. I can see it, honestly, soon. I can see it coming down to this level, staying there for a while, and then maybe by the end of the year or early next year, crashing hard to somewhere it's never been before, because the dollar ain't coming back from this, from what's here. Dollar's not coming back. It really isn't. It's just there's no way to save the dollar at this point, and mostly only the corrupt politicians know that. And so what are they doing? They're printing as much as they can. No amount of economic news that, bad news matters at all. Everything's good, right? The news is telling us that the economy is coming back. Once again, they're lying. They're lying. There's no economy coming back. Not for quite a while. Unemployment numbers are way up. Way up. The jobs won't even be able to pay people. Automation's coming. I mean, the economy's not gonna. People aren't making money to spend on the economy. There's no money coming into people's pockets to where they can even afford to. The stimulus isn't even helping. Stimulus helped pay rent for a month or two, probably a month. That's it. And food. I mean, it's a joke. But they, of course, stupid people would say, thank God for that stimulus, But then maybe like a month later, 2 months later, like, where's the stimulus? Where's that? Do we see more? And they're holding off on that. It's UBI, Universal Basic Income. That's what it is. They call it a stimulus. It's not stimulating the economy. It's not. Businesses are shutting down left and right because they can't afford to stay open. Only the chosen ones are going to stay open, guys. Yeah. So it's called UBI. They want you to depend on the government more and more. I mean, that's why this whole coronavirus was just blown out of proportion. It's stupid. And the flu's gone, by the way. Did you guys hear that? The flu has disappeared. I mean, that's a good thing, though. I guess it was in the New York Times. The flu has just vanished. I guess we don't have the flu anymore. Influenza is just gone. No cases last year. So it's interesting. Right. I mean, so, yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's one good thing that came out of the coronavirus. No more flu. Anyways. What's up, Orv? Hi. All right, we can get into crypto now. Government dependency. Well, yeah. Most cops are in force because they want to help people, but people will, I wouldn't even say most. I'd say I'm just saying, there's a lot of cops who really just, they really want that authority. They want that power. And they want to feel like they're powerful. And honestly, there's a lot of cops, I bet. I'm not saying most of them, but there's probably a lot of cops out there who wouldn't mind shooting someone legally. Now that I'm not trying to give. I'm not trying to get into this. But the media and certain people blow things way out of proportion to rile up the people who aren't awake, who just follow everything they say. I mean, it's like people who gave up, I guess, somewhere along the way. They just gave up on themselves. So now they rely on the media, which is just so obvious now. It's too obvious. that people are going to wake up. It's not even an if, it's a when, and I think it will happen this year. A revolt. People are secretly filming other people who work in the media who are telling us exactly how it goes behind the scenes. Oh yeah, we're pushing this. We basically just make this up, and it gets people really upset, and that's what we need. We need people upset. We need people pissed off, or fearful. So they push fear and anger, and they push all that kind of stuff. That's what gets more views. They're dying. They don't get views. They're gonna go bankrupt. All the media, like all the mainstream media, because people have YouTube now. They have real people that they can listen to. People who aren't getting paid, right? They're not talking heads who are getting paid to say this or that. They're saying their opinions, and those people a lot of them are getting canceled. And so, what kind of effect does that have? People say, why did you cancel him? What happened to free speech? Well, so basically, if you're going to cancel him, you don't want him saying what he's saying, or her. You don't want them saying what they're saying. Why don't you want them saying what they're saying if it's not true? Like, who cares? If it's not true, who cares? No one's going to listen to them anyways. Or if they do, it's free speech. It's America. But no, America is, as we know it, is going away. And that's why they're talking about states seceding and stuff like that, which could happen. But they just want us pitted against each other. They want us to separate. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crypto will keep you afloat. That's all I could say. Now, but there's going to be times where they make this big regulation announcement or whatever. It'll drop like crazy. It's just going to go up again, though. It always goes up again, But you got to study up and make sure you're not in something that's worthless or, useless. I would say anything on Coinbase should make it. Well, it'll do fine. Or especially, I think, anything on Gemini, because, All right, anyways. Going one burger a day. You gotta be careful with that red meat consumption, though. I'm serious. Like, I was eating a lot of red meat, and that stuff really. I was eating red meat a lot of because I was kidding, didn't care, and then I had like a ribeye. I made myself a ribeye. This was like 2 months ago, and then I made myself another ribeye because it came in a 2-pack like the next day, and then I started having heart pains. Like, oh shit, I gotta start eating healthier. Ever since I started eating healthier, I feel a lot. I feel a lot better, but you gotta just limit it. Like, everything in moderation is fine. Don't eat like all red meat. That's what I'm saying. Like, I still eat red meat almost every day. I'm just saying don't eat everything like all red meat. Oh, UDT's another one, yeah. Grill them all, bro. We gotta go back, man. Let's go back, dude. Grill them all is the best burger place. Dude, so good. But though it's really gonna be difficult for people to get over burgers. Burgers are like one of the easiest ways to make something delicious. Like, you can do so many different things, variations of burgers. But like they are pushing. They're gonna start a push. It's gonna take a long time. But have you ever wondered why Bill Gates owns so much farmland? And he's also pushing for he's pushing for vegetarianism, like veganism. It's because he wants to control that farmland, and he doesn't want farmers farming. Yeah, Sol has been doing really good. Sol's been doing very good. It's like the next Theta, basically. Theta's kind of faltered, and that's fine. That's what happens when something pumps into the top 10. You better bet your ass it's not going to just stay there unless something huge has happened. You know what I mean? It's not going to stay there because you know how many multiples it takes, how much money it takes to get something into the top 10. Now into the top 100, that's a different story. It depends where it's coming from, but to pump it into the top 10 is like so many multiples more than just getting something into the top 100. If you're into the top 100, you're basically you're at $1 billion market cap at least. So all of the top 100 is $1 billion market cap now. Dollar could go up again though, but that would be the last time. I could see it trying and then failing. But then taking a dive like that would be very... it could easily happen. Look, happened in '85. Happened in beginning of the century, 2000, or the millennia, the century and millennia and decade and year, I guess. So it could easily happen. This thing, at the rate that they're printing money, like, it should go down. Like, doesn't make any sense. Everything's manipulated. No way. Bison? Nice. Where do you live, Guaco? Bison, wow. Never had that. I'm making beef jerky today. Again, I do sweet. I'm not going to talk about it, though. I'm going to talk about important things, or things that you guys want to hear. But I make bomb, sweet, spicy and sweet beef jerky. Alright, so Pizza Hut's good until you have Blaze Pizza. Now I don't eat anything. I don't eat Domino's, Pizza Hut. Papa John's is like the only one really that I would order now, but Blaze is so much better. I love it. You need those B vitamins. Only food. Only found in meat. Injective. Yeah, injective. I've been hearing good things. There's one that I got into. It's called Vesper Finance. It's low. It's really nice and low right now. I'll show you guys. This thing is... I'm expecting to make money off this one. I think this one's going to do well. And it's cool because you can stake it and you can earn a ton of interest. 160% APY on your Vesper Finance. Vesper U.S.D? Oh, no. I don't like Poloniex too much. Let me see. Yeah, it's just way too new. But you see, it's kind of a support. That's why I bought it. It's really kind of chilling at support. And it could easily go up. The tokenomics are supposed to be really good. I think that's bullish divergence. The relative strength index is kind of heading upward while the price is going down. I mean, that indicates to me we could see like a big spike. I don't know. But it's very easy, very simple. It's very nice, easy to use website or app. Vesper. And it's all you do is stake. It makes it staking very easy. And there's a huge amount of total value locked. There's over $1 billion locked up in it. And the market cap's only 100 million. But it has 10 times the amount of its market cap locked already on the platform. And it was created by Jack Garzik, something like that, John Garzik. But he was one of the Bitcoin core developers. So he's very highly respected. And there's another guy, I forgot his name, but he's a billionaire who makes a lot of good decisions. And the crypto industry. So look, 100. Oh, dude, this was 160% yesterday. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's still over 100. That's a lot. But I put some money in there, and it's pretty easy and simple. So it's going to be very cool because eventually, like soon, I say coming next, right now, available now, Vesper Grow. Effortlessly grow your digital assets. Vesper keeps you on strategy to help you hodl better. Currently offering conservative pools for Ethereum, wrapped Bitcoin, and USDC. And then next is where it's called Vesper Earn. You can hold one crypto and you earn another. And I was listening to the live stream of the guys who created this, and they were saying, yeah, there was a few ideas they were bouncing off of the people who are listening. They were just saying, well, there's going to be a lot of ways that we can make this robust, and one of them was charity. Like, if someone wants to give to charity, they would like to, but they're losing their money. And in this instance, they could stake their money, and they can make it a smart contract. They can write it into the contract to where everything they earn from that goes straight to a charity of their choice. And so they're not even losing money on that, but they're donating to charity. That's an interesting idea. I never thought about that. So, but like staking and earning something else is a very cool thing. And I know this is not the only DeFi project that has come up with that idea, but this is one that I like. So anyways, I just want to show you guys that. ARC. Looks good. At quick look, 114% APY, great. Yeah, I mean, you put enough in there, you can make a decent amount. And they buy back all the Vesper from the fees. Bro, just wait. Like, I'm serious about this. I ain't shilling it. I'm not trying to get anyone to buy it. I'm telling you what I bought. Yeah, so just wait. I'm serious. Like, just wait. This thing's gonna it'll be in the top 100, okay, because of the team. It's not anonymous. I was looking all into it yesterday, and I was like, dude, I really like this. It's very quiet, but dude, I mean, this is something that is on here. It's not shit. Dude, these are not shit projects. Okay? There's not that much money in it because it's a shit project. Total value locked. It's freaking number 13 on DeFi Pulse. It's right under Flexa. It's under Bancor, Synthetics, Balancer, Liquidity. I've never heard of Liquidity. Instadap, SushiSwap, Curve, Uniswap, Av, Compound, Maker. It's in the ranks of those projects, okay? That's one of the reasons I like it. So, and yeah, I mean, and it's Polygon's right under it, Badger's right under it, Ren VM. These are just ways to, and Nexus Mutual just partnered with them, I guess. These are just ways to keep making money. It's like yield, you're just making money off the money. That's it's going up, dude. You're making all this Vesper token. What if the project goes up, Oh no. Here they are again. All right, whatever. I'm not going to pay attention. So, all right, we're going to go check out CoinDesk. So this is interesting. This is on the front page of CoinDesk. U.S. bank selects cryptocurrency custodian, wins admin role for NYDIG's Bitcoin ETF. That's pretty good. That's pretty big. And you don't see U.S. bank in the news very often when it comes to crypto, like at all. Asked if NYDIG would be U.S. bank's crypto custodian, Senior Vice President Christine Waldron said she was not at liberty to comment. Minneapolis-based U.S. Bank has taken a big step in the Bitcoin business. In addition to its recent strategic investment in crypto infrastructure firm sguptocurrency, U.S. Bank, part of U.S. Bancorp, the fifth largest bank in America, said Tuesday it will offer a new cryptocurrency custody product in partnership with an unnamed sub-custodian. It's pretty cool. So U.S. Bank has been selected to administer NYDIG's Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, should it be approved by regulators. Building on the bank's long-standing private fund servicing relationship with NYDIG, J.P. Morgan is following Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs in offering Bitcoin fund to certain clients, and that's just what happens. Jamie Dimon used to talk so much crap about Bitcoin. Now he doesn't. He's listening to his clients, which but he these people like him, they don't want crypto to succeed. But now they have no choice because it's succeeding. They're probably just trying to hold the masses off as much as they could before the inevitable happened. Okay, so and then you got the Elon Musk. He's just huge, and there's a reason that he's getting so much press and attention, because they're working their way up to something, and his work is all his projects are shaping the future of humanity, reshaping the future. So SpaceX, and then I'm hearing that something's going to happen. We'll get some announcement pretty soon regarding Elon Musk and SpaceX and what they might have found up there. So stay tuned for that. If that happens, who knows? Elon Musk triggered, crypto, actually, Bitcoin. So he sold some of the Bitcoin that Tesla bought. So Tesla sold Bitcoin, but they didn't sell all of it. They only sold 10%, I believe. And the reason they did it was to show it's a good alternative to cash, that it has enough liquidity to work. And that's what happened, obviously. But he said he hasn't sold any of his personal Bitcoin holdings. I wonder how much he holds, personally. People are freaking out, though, Tesla CEO Elon Musk said on Tuesday that the electrical vehicle maker has sold 10% of its Bitcoin holdings to prove that it's a good substitute for cash. He was responding to comments from the Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy, who questioned whether Tesla had profited from a Bitcoin pump and dump scheme, a practice that encourages investors to boost the price of an asset based on exaggerated statements. $272 million worth of digital assets were sold in the first quarter of 2021. So the question is, when did they buy them? They probably bought them a long time ago. Made a lot of money off them. So Dave Portnoy has Bitcoin now, and I have a feeling he's gonna have to eventually hop into it. He'll bring a lot of his Barstool sports people into it, and they'll cause more of a ruckus, more hype, and that's coming this year, I'm sure. Within a year. I mean, they'll have no choice because it's gonna be just going up and up and up, and people are gonna be bashing it. I bet he owns more than one Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Who knows? It's hard to tell. Now, I wonder how much they profited off Doge. And I wonder if he's going to talk about Doge on SNL on May 8th. Now, Mark Cuban said the same thing. Mark Cuban, let's see if they've written any articles on that. Ellen, Doge, let's see. He tweeted this out. But I don't know if it's... Yeah, they did. See, people are talking about that because that, that's a big deal. I remember on Ellen, Ashton Kutcher that did a giveaway. No, he did a donation of like 1 million XRP, $1 million worth. I forgot what it was. Dogecoin price aims for new all-time high as the asset gains institutional traction. Who knows? I mean, it might not be bad to own some Dogecoin. As much as I don't want to, it's probably going to keep going up, to be honest. There's so much insane hype around it. If your grandma's talking about Dogecoin, I mean, that everyone knows about it now. This is drawing so many people into the cryptocurrency space. Dogecoin is the new GameStop. It's like the FU to the financial, to the Federal Reserve, basically. The ones who have held us back with the U.S. dollar that has no backing to it. Petrol, that's going to change too. All that endless wars and stuff like that over oil, and that's all going to change. Mark Cuban will discuss Dogecoin on the Ellen Show on April 28th. That's tomorrow. Hold on. I think that's tomorrow. So if Dogecoin's going up right now, a lot of times when they give out these dates, the people who are buying early will sell off as a sell the news type of thing. I wonder if Dogecoin's going up right now. Let's take a look. Well, he tweeted out yesterday, so has it gone up? A little. Oh, that's the 1 minute chart. Let's take a look at the daily. It's about to break up. Yeah, it's definitely, guys, if maybe I should buy some. This thing's about to break up. It wants to. It's just not going down. It's just so close. And it's really just hitting that heavy resistance. All these people who probably are heavy in it are making so much money selling Doge right now at this liquidity vantage point because so many people are buying it and people are selling and buying other cryptos probably, or they might be selling into cashing out, who knows. And then maybe it's hard to tell, who knows. Maybe when Mark Cuban talks about it, it'll go up. Who knows? It's hard to tell nowadays. Anyways, let's take a look back. So interest in Dogecoin continues to explode, according to BitPay CMO. Doge has formed a significant bull flag on the daily chart. Is that a bull flag? On the daily? Oh, I guess so. I guess. I don't know. Well, I don't know what kind of bull flag that is, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. So, Dogecoin price has had a massive rally to its current all-time high. When was this? Current all-time high. It's not 45 cents. It's 27 cents, dude. Okay, so he says anyway, it doesn't matter. Had a massive rally to its current all-time high in the last 2 weeks, outperforming all cryptos and reaching the rank of 5 based on market capitalization for the first time ever. At current prices, the entire project is worth $35 billion. Now, one thing too, that they might make an example out of Doge. They might make an example out of it. They might shake out Doge investors enough that Doge investors they just don't want. It'll probably be like a regulator move. It's probably for regulators. Who knows? This thing could just come crashing down. It's tough to say, but I can't believe Elon Musk is playing along so much. But he's definitely a pioneer. He's shaping the future as we speak. Like as I speak right now, he's shaping the future. Every damn thing he does is one step closer to the future. He's a very interesting fella because he's very deep. You just don't know it. It's just like he's on the surface in the media, even on Twitter. He must know like what's safe and what's not, but he's breaking the rules. You know, he's pushing the boundaries. You know, he's been doing it, and he's been in the spotlight doing that ever since the Joe Rogan episode where he smoked weed for the first time, and he became a meme himself. And then he got, you know, I think the SEC sued him or something because of that. And then you see what happened to Tesla after that. They wanted to get rid of him as CEO. Or it was I don't know who it was. I think it was the SEC. Dogecoin gains even more traction from investors. On Twitter, Mark Cuban announced he would do a special episode on The Ellen Show, a prominent daytime talk show in the U.S., to talk about none other than Dogecoin. He also said that BitPay, the platform that conducts Doge sales for the Mavericks, will reach 6,000 Dogecoin transactions in April. That's crazy. Why does he want Doge? There's so many others. It's so weird, but hey, obviously, to me, there's a plan here. There's a plan. My bad here. So he tweeted, tomorrow I'm on the Ellen Show talking about, you guessed it, Dogecoin. But what he's doing, though, this is going to be massive because his clip is going to be played to the mainstream, not just crypto people. He's going to explain why Dogecoin, even though it's really silly and it's portrayed as a joke, is actually the first tiny little bit of a glimpse of what the future is going to be like. You know, so he's trying to explain it to all people of all ages. It's a fun way, you know. It is. This new financial system is fun because it opens your eyes. It's a whole new world, guys. And so he's trying to. I think that's what they're doing. They're making it fun. This new financial system, and these are the new elite, guys. You might hate them, whatever. These are the people who are breaking free from the system, right? And they're encouraging it. Elon Musk, like Mark Cuban, Chamath Palihapitiya, Kathy Wood, Michael Saylor, like they're trying to show you these are the new elite, guys. A lot of these people are going to end up being politicians because they're going to be hailed as heroes. You know, they already are. Wait 5-10 years from now, there's going to be so many more people backing them up, people with a lot of money too, because of, you know, them pioneering this crypto revolution, or being the face of it in the press during these crazy times, at least. There's a lot of distraction out there. But one thing you should pay attention to is finance. not people are starting to realize it. It's not too late, but there will be a point where it's too late. Like, you're already feeling the repercussions of what the Federal Reserve has done. It's not anyone else. It's not the people around you. We didn't do this. The average folk. Doesn't matter if you're white or black. Doesn't matter if you're a woman or a male, or if you're transsexual, whatever. Doesn't matter. We didn't do this to ourselves. We didn't do all this. The Federal Reserve fucked around for so long. All the banks, the central banks. And we let it happen. But we didn't know. Not a lot of people knew. We're starting to figure it out though, because the information age is here. We're able to spread information at an accelerating rate, exponentially. Like it's inevitable, you know. So they're trying to spread a lot of disinformation, and people are waking up to that. It's a spiritual evolution, basically. That's what's happening. Additionally, BitPay Chief Commercial Officer Sunny San has stated that more investors are buying Dogecoin. About 10% of the transactions on BitPay were from Dogecoin in the last week, which is quite significant. Dogecoin price is ready to take off to new highs. That's not a bull flag. They said that's a bull flag? Is that? Maybe it's a bull flag. I don't know what they consider all these things. To me, that's kind of like a falling wedge. But it doesn't matter. It does look bullish. That's what I've been saying. That's what I said anyways. So it looks bullish. It's been sticking around like 26, 27 for a while. So I think that's the accumulation. And when you see a big wick down like that, you know, anyways, when you see a wick down like that, but the body stays way up high, that means there was a huge sell, but there were so many buy orders that it bought up instantly, and it, you know, there weren't more sellers. There were way more buyers than sellers. So it's interesting. It's very interesting how this is all going to unfold, because it's going to accelerate. So it's going to be even more fun than it has been. Because like a few years ago, it was so boring, guys. That's why no one was in. That's why not a lot of people wanted to buy any, because it was too boring. People need excitement, right? I don't know. Yeah, but if you're buying though, you're learning about it, and you really wanted to know it, like, but you didn't care much about your outside world. Like, you didn't care what people thought of you too much. You really were fascinated with what was going on. You really just didn't let other things bother you too much. Whatever. I don't know. So that's one story. Let's go to another story. Let's see. Weezer. Shit. That's right now. Hold on. Weezer. Damn it. Well, I'm not going to be able to get one, because I probably have to do something that shows information. Weezer NFT. Okay, crypto. You guys, so many like movies and songs and albums, and they're all going to be crypto related. Like next year, trust me, next year it's going to be all about crypto, everything. And then people are going to be like hyping crypto like crazy. It's going to probably drive it's probably going to drive everyone nuts. Earlier, okay, so this is the future of NFTs. You buy like a song or something. Let's take a look. You buy a song, an NFT comes with it. You have ownership of that NFT, you know? Or it comes with a special pass to an event that's happening later in the year or something. What's this? Weezer produces OK Crypto NFTs album based on Wax blockchain. Oh, okay, human. Okay. I like Weezer. The crypto album will launch on April 28th. That's tomorrow. I think things are going to start picking up for NFTs pretty soon. I'm just trying to figure out where that free NFT is. Maybe some of you guys can grab one right now. The collection will consist of 10 packs, 10 NFTs each. The price will make up Hold on. Weezer free NFT. By giving away, okay, let's see what they say. 1,000 NFTs. Okay. And that's right now, actually, at 10 o'clock, in 3 minutes. I should have went over this earlier. Yeah, that's so to celebrate the launch, Weezer's giving away free NFTs to the first 1,000 fans who set up their Wax Cloud wallet on Monday, April 26th. We'll see their announcement video above and set up your wallet here. Though they're still thinking of creative ways to promote OK Human, Weezer's also gearing up to release Van Weezer. Dude, but because I have a Wax Cloud wallet, I might be able to get this.
Feel my breathing, it's so nice, it's like a blanket on my life. Let me stay here for forever in this state of classical denial. Cranking Mrs. Dalloway, Moby Dick trip on a whale. He's kinda just like me, we're thirsty for the deep.
That didn't tell us anything. Those are pretty cool NFTs though. But where's the announcement video? I'm too late. Well, I'll go in the chat. Oh, let's see. What's up, Legendary? How's it going, man? Yeah, well, if anyone's knows any more info, Jake Hill, you still here? Anyways, you have 1 minute to set up a Wax Cloud wallet with Weezer. There's no info on that, damn it. See, I can't sign in online though. That's the stupid thing. Yeah. It's all right. No biggie, but that would be cool. See, like that'll be valuable, guys. To like even like more than just Weezer fans, but it'll be a valuable collectible, and like give it a few years, that thing will rise in value, you know, because people will collect art when the U.S. dollar looks bad or shaky. People start collecting art and stuff, and now people are realizing digital art is pretty cool, and the better it is, and the more prolific. And the more meaning behind it, the more people value it. There we go. All right, let's see. See, Pirate Chain just came out from nowhere. I'm good on that. I'll go with like Monero or something. Zcash should do very well soon. Zcash has really been just chilling. Doing nothing. Well, it's going up, but let's see on another exchange. See, it has a lot further to go. Way further. But people have been buying it, but it hasn't gone up like the other ones. This one's going to be one of the ones, though. Definitely, it's going to be the ones that they'll be okay with. One of the privacy coins. Because it has like features where you can make things private and also unprivate. That looks pretty bullish, guys. The parabolic curve is coming. So if you are like, it's probably a good time to accumulate Zcash. Good time to accumulate some. But I mean, people who've been in it for years and hodled strong, they're going to be the most fortunate because apparently it's been just doing nothing. and it's driving people crazy. But it'll make people rich. I haven't checked out Pirate Chain. I'll look at it though. I do like that Jeff Berwick is behind it. So, because he's really like, well, he's not the smartest guy, but I respect his opinion for the most part. I'm not saying I'm smarter than him or anything, but it's like just like Joe Rogan. Like, there's a lot of things he says that I'm like, really, Joe? Come on. Like, I know you're better than that, but no, he's all about it. He even dresses up as a pirate in his This is the Dollar Vigilante. He's all about Pirate Chain, huh? Lucy. I haven't watched his videos for a while. I gotta go watch his videos again. They don't push them to me, that's for sure. Yeah, he called Bitcoin way early. He was on the news, like NBC, CNBC, and CNN, and he was talking about Bitcoin years and years and years ago, and Monero too. That's cool. Yeah, I was hearing about Pirate Chain last year. I think John McAfee was with them too, promoting them. Yeah, he's living the life. Like, I forgot where he is, but he's got a nice wife, got a nice life. He's got a nice house, and there's no mouse in his house. I don't know. I wouldn't be a good rapper. All right. Anyways, let's go. Brian Brooks is now the head. He's going to be the head of Binance U.S. Not really much on why Catherine Coley is leaving, but she is stepping down on May 1st, I think. So that's interesting. Interesting development. We can actually go on YouTube, and there's a little interview of him.
Regulator under the Trump administration announcing he will now head on May 1st. Please welcome the former comptroller of the currency and soon to be CEO of Binance US, Brian Brooks. Welcome, Brian.
Hey, Christine, thanks very much.
Big news. So why did you...
It's really annoying just because they keep interrupting him. This guy especially up here on the upper right. But...
decide to take on this role, and what would be your top priorities going into Binance US?
Well, listen, I mean, you take the role for obvious reasons, which is this is the company that's most likely to give, the biggest incumbent Coinbase a run for its money. It's the best opportunity to build a fully compliant but product diversified crypto platform in the US. And it's a company that has been, revenue and profit positive since day one because of the resourcing it got at the inception. So it's an incredible platform to come and launch things in the US the right way. There's nothing more excited me than that.
Brian, welcome back. What's the reporting structure with Binance US? Who do you report to?
Well, I have a board of directors, which I will be a member of, and I report to the board.
Who else is on the board?
Well, the board is obviously the founder of the company and another person. It's a private company, so we don't necessarily go into the governance structure. But I can tell you that one of the things we'll be looking at is bringing in U.S. investors, potentially adding 1 or 2 seats to the board over time. As I say, the reason the company was founded in the first place was not, and let me just dispel any misunderstandings right at the outset, was not to be an arm of Binance.com. It was just the opposite. The reason was a recognition that the U.S. market And the U.S. regulatory structure is really different from markets elsewhere. And there has to be a freestanding company over here with its own leadership to capture that opportunity. So to be clear, Binance US is not a subsidiary of Binance.com. It does get to license technology from that company, but we're a standalone business that's going to operate in the U.S. the way that U.S. companies have to operate.
Catherine Coley is the current CEO of Binance US. I believe she's also on the board. Is anything changing? Will she still be on the board? Do we know what will happen to her?
Yeah, look, I mean, Coley has done a great job, I think, getting the company launched in a bootstrapped way. Obviously, the company scaled rapidly, and, I think we thank her for her leadership for sure. She's somebody I've been on panels with and have worked with in the past, and I think she's a great leader in the field. So, we're going to have a leadership transition here, which happens all the time, by the way, in scaling tech companies, where at a certain point, at a certain point of maturation, you bring in additional layers of leadership and talent, which is what we're doing today.
Will she still be on the board?
I think probably not, but I think some of those things are under discussion. Not because she hasn't done a terrific job, but simply because you don't simply add seats to boards. Generally speaking, You want to keep these things small and nimble.
Catherine Coley was very.
Did she step down? Did she step down?
She'll step down on May 1st. That's the transition period that you probably saw in the press announcement.
Catherine was very outspoken on diversity issues in the crypto space, especially with Coinbase when they had several employees, saying that they were being discriminated against and that women and employees of color were not getting equal pay. I wonder, where do you stand on diversity issues?
Well, Christine, I'm really glad you asked that because, we can talk about the company and then we can also talk about the industry. And, I think one of the core missions of the industry is bringing underrepresented communities into wealth creation in a way that the banking system hasn't. But on the company side, let me just say, I have led the diversity initiatives at multiple companies. I was the chairman of the Diversity Advisory Council of Fannie Mae, one of the most diverse companies in America for a long time. And when I was at Coinbase, we became the first Silicon Valley tech startup to join the Leadership Council on Legal Diversity, which is the most important lawyers organization promoting minority hiring and minority advancement in the legal profession. So rest assured, diversity is going to be one of the hallmarks of Binance US under my leadership. And that's something I've cared about for a long time. What I always say is you need to measure me based on our results and our numbers, and you can watch that to judge me on that.
Getting back real quickly to the question of the board of directors, you said obviously the founder is on the board. Where is Binance located? Where exactly is Binance, the parent company, located? When you call them up and somebody answers on the other side of the phone, where are they located?
Well, I'm not sure that you call crypto companies on the phone. I mean, when I worked at Coinbase, we didn't have phones. We all have cell phones.
Okay, when you email, where's it coming from?
Yeah. Well,
where is it coming from?
Email goes where it goes on a distributed set of servers. I mean, look, it's a great question. I'm not trying to debate it, but look, as you know, Brian Armstrong. Well, just hang on a second. I mean, so Brian Armstrong announced months and months ago that Coinbase would no longer have a headquarters and be remote first. And I think they saw that partly as a response to COVID and partly as a hiring advantage, so they could take advantage of talent anywhere. I can tell you where my company's headquartered. Just give me a moment. My company is headquartered in the Presidio at 1 Letterman Drive in San Francisco. So that's where Binance US, the company I will lead, is headquartered. Binance.com, a company I don't work at, I think has migrated its location and employee base to several different places over the years. And the answer is I don't know that there's even an answer to the question any more than there is at Coinbase.
Well, I mean,
so
would you know like
Coinbase,
where their
how
servers
specifically will you compete against Coinbase? Like, Coinbase obviously has a very strong first mover advantage. It's seen as, easy to use and mainstream friendly. So and how will you compete against them? What will your advantages be? And where do you think will be difficult to compete against them?
Well, look, I mean, Coinbase is an amazing company, and I learned as much there as I've learned in any job I've ever had in my life. But I would tell you a couple things. First of all, competing on price in a financial asset class is a really important thing to do. Look at what Robinhood did to Charles Schwab. And so I think one of the reasons that Binance is the fastest scaling crypto company, having achieved 2 million users in 20 months of its life cycle, is precisely because it has a very robust matching engine and very low fees compared to Coinbase, its main competitor in the U.S. But the other thing you'll see over time, I think, is we will quickly migrate into more value add services and be a more diversified platform of crypto, not just crypto asset trading, but of other kinds of services, based on our ability to access licenses and to achieve compliance very quickly. So I think we'll be a broader company over time, and we'll have stakes because of better pricing.
So Brian, Tether is an important part of the crypto ecosystem. Was that something you looked at when you were at the OCC, and does it concern you now as CEO of Binance US?
Well, Tether was one of the things we thought about at the OCC when we put out our 2 guidance letters on stablecoins. And you probably saw at the very end of my time at the OCC, there was an interagency group that put out a broader set of principles on stablecoins. And the point was to say, hey, unlike Tether at a certain point, right, we want to be very clear that going forward, stablecoins are backed by a certain kind of fiat assets, not just dollar-denominated assets, right? Not long-dated corporate debt and junk bonds, but things like short-term treasury securities and bank deposits. And I think Tether obviously has evolved over time, but in its early days, one of its challenges was the assets being held in its reserves. That's something I'm very focused on. Obviously, we want to make sure that assets we trade are safe and are as represented. You have to have customer trust here. Again, that's one thing Coinbase has showed, and we'll work on that.
Would it be in review?
Well, I don't want to say it'd be in review. I mean, I'm not there yet, but I would just say there's a set of standards that U.S. regulations, some of which I wrote, prescribe, and things that don't comply with those regulations don't have a place on the platform. So I would just say that'll be our touchstone.
So just following up on Lawrence's question, I think even if you would contest this categorization that, Binance is not located anywhere, there generally is that perception in the United States, right? That, even Coinbase kind of listed this in their S1, that like exchanges like Binance are sort of seen as like above regulation or above the rules. And I think some people, there's a lack of trust in Binance basically. And I'm just curious how much of a problem you think that is and how you'll address that.
He's going to say,
well, so I guess the first thing I just need to be super clear about, and I realize
Binance is different from Binance US. 2 different companies.
Nomenclature is everything, but Binance is a company, Binance.com is a company. They have the same founder, sort of like how Twitter and Square have the same founder, and yet nobody thinks Twitter and Square are the same company, or that Twitter's headquarters says anything about where Square is located. Binance.com is not this company, okay? Binance.com is a different company with a different board of directors, different owners, different products and services than Binance.com has. And so, when people come out and they say things like, well, there's a reputational issue, I don't know how much of that's real and how much of that is something that 2 fierce competitors might say about each other. I can tell you from the Binance US perspective, under my leadership, we have enormous admiration for Coinbase. We will be a fast follower of them and their trust model for sure. But if there's any issue there between the 2 companies, that's a one-way issue, not coming from our side.
But Brian, you could see the confusion if, of course, they both have the name Binance in it. I mean, it's not like Square calls itself Twitter Lite or Twitter.us. It's called, it has a separate name and a separate board and a separate,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I mean, this is why it's good that people like you have these sorts of shows, so we can have some dialogue to educate people that this is its own platform, right, with its own products and its own leadership. And all I can tell you is if there has been a question about trustworthiness coming from any place other than competitors, and that remains to be seen, but if there has been, that ends on my watch, okay? One of the things I'm here to do.
And one thing I'm going to say about Binance US, it's going to start evolving, like, after his leadership now. It'll actually be one of the big boys because a lot of people don't talk about it, don't use it. I'm on it, but I never use it. I don't really care much about it too much. I'll be honest. Catherine Coley sent me a hoodie, thanks to my friend Sterling. He talked to her, but she sent me directly a hoodie for free, but I don't even use it. So I think with Brian Brooks stepping in, it is going to change. A lot of times when you have a new CEO, a lot of things start to evolve.
Reach out to regulators and fix that if it needs fixing.
Where's Binance US's servers versus where Binance itself, Binance.com, where are their servers? Are they in the same place? Are they the same servers or are they different servers?
Yeah, they're not the same servers. You can rest assured that before I took this job, I did my diligence on all of these things. So look, U.S. persons' data will be housed in the U.S. The technology, while licensed from Binance.com, are things that are controlled and operated in the U.S. So all of those things will be done the way that any customer of a U.S. business would expect.
Just to zoom out for a second, what do you think is the future of centralized exchanges? Do you think that centralized exchanges are at some point going to be a thing of the past and will be overtaken by DeFi and decentralized exchanges?
This is just my personal view on that, but I do think that over time that will be the case. I mean, the reason that centralized exchanges exist is to provide an on-ramp from people who mostly have lived in the fiat economy into the crypto economy, and there has to be a bridge that allows people to migrate into that to that world. That eventually will change, and you were just asking Hester about her view of central bank digital currencies and stable coins. She said a lot of the things I believe, but once stable coins are a fully baked, fully mature asset class, and there's less of a reason to move back and forth between your bank and your crypto wallet, at that point, the role of exchanges will change. And I think they'll be more like technology platforms than on-ramps, the way that you see today.
So basically, one day centralized exchanges will no longer exist?
Well, I don't want to say that they won't exist, because I think the companies will have enormous brand loyalty from the customers that use them. But I'm just saying what they do will look and feel a little bit different. If you think about the way that Google has migrated from search as a profit engine to search as a driver of people into online, and now they own lots and lots of other profitable businesses, I think that's likely the path that crypto exchanges will make. We will start tokenizing real assets. We will start allowing futures markets and derivatives markets to exist, and other things that now you have to go back and forth between fiat and crypto. That going back and forth part should stop over time.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brian, congratulations on the new role. We look forward to seeing how Binance US progresses in the US economy. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Super excited. Thanks for having me.
And so it's another, it's just another step in the evolution of exchanges, especially regulated exchanges here in the U.S. So it does, tell me like regulations are coming, and Binance has hired him. Binance US has hired him to whip it up into shape before regulations come. That's what I see. He also did create the Cryptos Rating Council, and that's what the SEC goes by. They go by this rating system in order to define a security or not. And so I would like to see if they added anything or took anything off. I don't know if they've worked on this for a while. Find asset ratings. Let's see. CRC securities framework asset ratings, and not a lot of people know this, but you can kind of tell. The lower the rating, the better. The less likely it is to be a security. So I'm thinking a lot of ones on this website are definitely what should be in your portfolio. Augur, Rep is good. It's been doing me well lately, and no one even talks about it. That's the funny thing. Algo, that's a great one to be in right now. Bitcoin, obviously it's like the lowest one because it's the most decentralized. Basic attention token, So these are really good ones to pay attention to. All right. If you don't already. Chainlink, Cosmos, obviously. Atom is a little, I think it only has 150 validator nodes or something like that. Something like that. And that's not too centralized, but they're coming out with a lot of new stuff. So Chainlink, Dash, MakerDAI. Decentraland, EOS. You see, a lot of these, Decentraland didn't used to be on Coinbase, and then it got listed. It's been on this crypto rating council for a long time. Later, Josh. It's been, hip hop. I got a few coins. I'll let you know in a minute, or you'll see some right here. If any of these are on Coinbase, I'm sure it'll probably be listed on Coinbase. Because these have been on here for a long time. I think these are the ones that are set in stone that are going to be okay. Even Ethereum Classic, but maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Ethereum Classics still could work. Foam, I don't know what it is, but it's worth a look. Hedera Hashgraph, obviously, it's been doing very well lately. These are like Horizon. That's another one, guys. That's a good one right there. Has a really low rating. There's no way it's going to be a security. Very decentralized. Um, so Horizon it's in Grayscale's portfolio, and it's still not on Coinbase. I mean, yeah, Zen is just like a privacy coin. That's a good one, guys. Okay, like that's one I need to freaking get. IOTA is gonna be big, even though it's like pretty centralized. I thought, but they're saying it's not that centralized. Litecoin, LivePeer, I think that's already on Coinbase, but it wasn't. It just got listed a little while ago. Maker, of course, that's huge in DeFi. Loom, I don't know much about Loom. See, there's not a whole lot of coins on here. Numeraire, that got listed just recently. That's supposed to be a good one. I haven't looked too much into it, but I heard a lot of good things. Even Monero, guys, is on here as a very decentralized privacy coin. Stellar, Polymath, Tezos, U.S.C, XRP. XRP has the highest rating of anything on here. It's got a 4. So that means it's least likely to be like or it's more likely to be a security, I guess. But that's what this whole lawsuit is about, and it's going to take a little time, but we'll eventually see what they say, if it's a security or not. I'm like about 90% positive it's not it's not going to be declared a security. Zcash is on here, so if you want privacy coins, I don't know if R is going to be on here or not. I mean, if they'll ever get listed on Coinbase, but I think Coinbase, the ones that do get listed and the ones that are being looked at by Coinbase, you can feel a little more security in those ones, that they'll make it in the future with regulations coming. If we do whatever kind of regulations we get, they're gonna have to create some kind of regulations on this stuff. They'll have to. It's gonna get pretty bad because it's the Wild West. Too many scammers out there. Oh. Hold on. What was a good one? Oh, R? I don't know. Did I say something funny? Oh, okay. Here's one more thing. Here's another thing. I'm sure you've heard about it by now, but Ampleforth. If any of you guys have traded Ampleforth ever, you are eligible for a airdrop. Fourth token, it got listed on Coinbase, and you can go to ampleforth.org using the wallet. You got to go through your wallet browser, sign in with your wallet, and that's just on the mobile. But if you're on your PC or whatever, just sign in with your MetaMask or whatever wallet you used, and see if you can claim Forth tokens. A lot of people are getting a lot of money, but the more you used the Ampleforth ecosystem, the more you got, the more Forth tokens you get. But I barely used it, and I got a decent amount, so it was pretty cool. So definitely go check if you've ever used Ampleforth. All right, you get a Forth token airdrop for free. It's a new government's token that completes the Ample ecosystem by putting control of the protocol in the hands of the community. Anyone who has interacted with the Ample ecosystem on chain is eligible to claim Forth tokens. All right. Yeah, Mirror is a good one. You asked if dude, there's plenty of opportunities. Mirror protocol. I like this one. I think it's going to keep going up. It's basically at all-time high, and well, not really, but it's going up. And Mirror Protocol is cool because it mirrors assets from not assets, but it mirrors stock prices, and you can buy that with your crypto, basically. So if the stock goes up, your crypto goes up. It's pretty interesting. So you can buy the Mirror token since it's a very cool concept. It's already in Coinbase custody. Now that doesn't necessarily mean just custody. A lot of people ask. Yeah, it's just ampleforth.org. You just go there. A lot of people think that if it's on Coinbase custody, it's going to get listed on Coinbase. It's not necessarily like exactly so, because I think it takes just $1 million worth of your asset, and then you could apply, and then you could be on custody, Coinbase custody. So I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I don't think that it necessarily means it's going to be on Coinbase. But they are on Coinbase custody, and Coin has been listed. So Coinbase did list their stock on the Mirror Protocol. So that in itself tells me that Mirror Protocol will most likely be listed on Coinbase. It only makes sense. So this is probably a steal. We can take a look at CoinGecko. Mirror. Yeah, it's still pretty relatively low market cap for what it is and what it does. $600 million is still pretty low for what it is, and it hasn't been listed on Coinbase. Let's see, the chart is just so bullish. It's just going up. It's a really nice looking chart. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. It's pretty cool. And actually, we can just take a glance at the website. Mirror. So it's assets reflected on a blockchain. Stocks, it's probably even more different things. How it works, I'll just show you how it works real quick. It allows the creation of fungible assets or synthetics that track the price of real-world assets. Mirror synthetics are intended to be used as key building blocks in smart contracts and to bring the world's assets to the blockchain. It looks like it's on the Terra the Luna blockchain or whatever. But Luna's created from Tendermint, which is Cosmos. So they might have a connection, a direct bridge between those two. Cosmos is a really good one too, guys. That's a good one to have. Going forward, Crypto.com is on it. Binance Smart Chain. Terra, Luna. All right, so anyways. Yeah, Unlock Protocol too. Pretty cool. Unlock Protocol. It came down. It was at 2,000, so it's gonna probably accumulate for a little while. Let's take a look real quick. Oh, this is a nice place. It's starting to go up again. Looks like it's a decent place to start buying again, guys. Yeah, wow. Dude, people are overlooking this one. Barely any volume. Because it pumped. People were pumping it. Now it came down. And it's about ready to start going up again. So it lets you easily lock and manage access. Now, Coinbase Ventures is into Unlock Protocol. They just added it like a month ago onto Coinbase Ventures. So obviously they're basically They're basically, investing in it. They put money into it. So to me, it says they're probably going to be listed on Coinbase someday, just like reserve rights and the other ones that they're in. Unlock lets you easily lock and manage access to your content, apps, community, and even real life events and spaces. It's pretty cool, guys. So, I mean, like, this is like the new internet, the Web3, yeah. And this is like all these things. It's not just money. It's not about money. This is about networking. It's a network. Like Bitcoin is a network. It's not just currency. It's not currency. It's a network. So it's like the internet, basically, but it's much better, right? Because it's transparent. It's immutable. It's on the blockchain. So, yeah, UDT, Unlock Protocol. Let's see what that market cap is. Not a lot of volume. It seems like a low market cap coin. I don't even know what it is, but that's probably a decent price to buy at. So anyways. Oh, did you just got that right now? Cool. Fourth? Yeah, let's see what fourth is worth. Yeah, that's like $900 or something. 30 times 30. That's $900 you just got. But it's gonna go up, I think. So that's $1,000, And I forgot how many I got, but I got a decent amount. I barely used it. But yeah, all you have to do is go to ampliforth.org, claim your tokens. You have to connect your wallet, claim your tokens, and then, yeah, it'll take, a miner fee. Miner fees are very low right now, so if you need to do anything like that right now, do it. If you need it to make any transactions on the Ethereum ecosystem, this is the best time to do it, right? ETH gas fees. Let's take a look at that. ETH gas station. .info. That's where you can check the GUI. Yeah, that's very low. Like 2 or 3 months ago, these were up in the 400s. It was just nuts. And that was a lot of money. Like every single transaction cost like $75. It was too much. What's going on, Alex? How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Zill too. Like Coinbase just tweeted about Zill, so to me that kind of signifies that they'll probably be listed on Coinbase. Coinbase is really stepping it up. I mean, a couple of years ago they only had 5 assets on their platform. It's crazy. So it makes me think like PayPal will probably eventually have more, and but like Litecoin is going to be another good one to be in right now, guys. Litecoin, let's take a look. Charlie Lee was just on CNBC. He said it's a better Bitcoin. It's 4 times faster and has 4 times more tokens, so it's cheaper. But let's take a look at Litecoin. This thing is just about to blow. It's about to go parabolic, and it's not even barely just started yet. It's not even barely parabolic, but this thing has much higher to go, and it's gonna, like, by the end of the year, this thing will be going straight up, and you'll know where the top is, just like Bitcoin and everything else. You'll basically be able to tell, because it'll be just too much. Too much. I'm out. Too much hype. You'll know. Dogecoin hasn't even just started yet. The hype has just barely begun on Doge, I think, throughout this year. So this is really, look at that blood. Just bled out so nicely, but just following the trend perfectly, guys. Litecoin is a super buy at these levels. It is. It really is like a super buy right now. maybe on the next dip, but there's really not. Hold on. It just might go up from here. It'll probably dip a little, kind of falter, just following Bitcoin. Link too. Link, Litecoin. A lot of those top 10 coins are good. A lot of the top 20. VeChain, you know. Cardano. Litecoin's, I mean, Link is kind of being weird. It's weird. We can kind of do something like that, and it makes a little more sense. A little. Sorry, I gotta get this stupid thing. Whatever. It's all right. You kind of get the idea. It's following Bitcoin. Ethereum. Let's take a look at that one. There's something about Ethereum, guys. I really believe in it. So. And XRP's been doing really good too lately. Look at that. New all-time highs. Jeez. This thing is a beast waiting to explode. That's a perfect W pattern, like the ones that all the chartists really love. So it has much higher to go. $10,000 maybe. Yeah, Algo's good. Let's take a look at that one. And against the USDT, but even against Bitcoin, these ones against Bitcoin are starting to look good too. I don't know if I looked at it against Bitcoin. Look at that. It does have a lot of resistance to get over, but it's a good time to buy, I think. That's a heavy resistance it's facing. So if it gets above that though, it's like, woo, look at that. Algo has no reason not to succeed. It's going higher, for sure. It's going to go higher. Okay, give me a sec. That's a tough one though. Damn. But you know, it's only down because of it's really only down because of Bitcoin. That's the only reason. So I think once regulations come though, Algo is going to be a very safe bet. It's kind of sloppy, whatever. Cosmos, let's take a look at that one. Take a look at it against Bitcoin. Ooh, it broke out, retested. This is really nice. It broke out, hit some resistance right up here, came back down, retested the top side of this, the top side of this bull flag or falling wedge. Now it's going up. It's probably, going to keep going. This thing has it's been accumulating for a while. I mean, it really hasn't done a whole lot. Token, kind of up and down. It's been really kind of stagnant for the most part. But look at this. Look at all that accumulation. Just, it really could just take off. Okay. And oh, look at that. Even the RSI looks beautiful right here. Look at that accumulation. You don't see a lot of that going sideways and then up without it keep going. It's just going to go up. It's just going to go up. And the RSI has so much further to go on the daily. It really has been accumulating a lot. And then it spiked at the beginning of the year, and that was a huge run. But it has a lot longer, it has more to go. It really does. It has longer to go. A lot more. It really can just blow up. This thing could go to like $100. Interoperability is a strong use case for crypto, for the blockchains. Yeah, Zora, I'll check it out. It's only on Uniswap? Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, that thing's gonna blow up. If it's only on Uniswap, like, the heck? Okay, whatever. I don't like that. We'll go to Dex Tools. Zora. I don't even know what that does. Sora. It's got a lot of votes. Good dex score. Oh yeah. Look, it's starting to look pretty bullish, just like back here. We could probably expect to see, if it keeps looking bullish, another spike, and then maybe even more. After all that accumulation, a lot of accumulation there. I want to show you meme. It's starting to look decent. I'm just dollar cost averaging that one. They changed their logo, by the way. There's a new version 2, by the way. New version 2. And the art that's coming out on it is even better. It's cool. It's starting to be cool. Let's see. Yeah, it's got a good dex score. It's been in pretty heavy accumulation. The price is decent. Now it could keep going down, or it could go up from here. I don't know. It's in it actually looks like a bear pennant, to be honest. So it might go down even more. I'm expecting, what I've been expecting is that I think it'll go down to $1,000. That's my opinion. That's what I think. That's what I'm waiting for. So I'm just dollar cost averaging. I'll be making gains from other coins, and then dollar cost averaging into a meme. Beeple hasn't even come out yet, so once that happens, that's going to be crazy. This could be the point. It might not even go down from here, since we're starting to look bullish again. It could break up. So, but it's also in a bear pennant, which is usually bearish. But you see right here, right around here, about $1,000 is where most of the resistance or support is. See, it got heavy support right around 1,000 here, and then just totally right there. I would like to see it come down there, create a floor for a few weeks or a month, and then I like to see it be the safe haven during a crash, just like it was back in September. You see, all of crypto was crashing back here. At the beginning of September, all of crypto crashed hard. Right? And then this thing blew up like crazy. It went from $60 to 2,000. It actually topped out at 4,000, but they don't show that here. 2,060 to 2,000. So it was crazy though. I could see the same thing happening, but then if there's something crazy that happens, like if Beeple just drops out of nowhere, so many people will come and this thing will spike up like nuts. I don't know. So all right, so cool. Yeah, that would be nice. When is the flare airdrop? In May? I think you heard it was in May. All right, so I'm gonna get going, guys. Thanks for joining, and you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll be back someday, tomorrow, next day, who knows. But if you can, hit the thumbs on your way out, and remember, it's good karma to try to help people out, you know? So do it in any way you can, all right? But don't bug people too much, because then they won't want to listen to you. I know that from experience. All right, later, Itoshi. All right, guys. All right, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. Crypto Mike out. Peace.